Hello, welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thank you for tuning in and following me as I explore this incredible, amazing, wide world of pens. And yes, we're going to do another deep dive into a PenBBS model, the 323, which some people consider to be the most ergonomically designed pen, the pen that's most comfortable in the hand because of its design. It's a simple shape, no clip, but they are great writers, and that's really one of the reasons that we have pens. So we're going to look at these in their color ranges, and I've arranged them pretty much by number, except for the last two aluminum ones, which I put off to the right. So I have almost a 7-year history with the 323. This is my first one. I'll put a link to that video in the description. And these were my last two. Also a link to that video in the video description. So you may ask, what's the availability of a 323 now in 2024? And I'll say fairly limited, even more limited than the 308. On Etsy, on the official PenBBS site, there's only one. Interesting color, but only one. And if you peruse eBay, which is my next place to go look for these, you'll find a few, but they're all the kind of simple colors that not too many people are into. The other thing that you might look up is Parcel Up, which is a English site to access Tobu, and PenBBS sells a lot of pens there. So here's what 323s are available there. There's always more pens available there than there are on other selling sites, but the challenge that you have, at least from my perspective, is what you order there usually ends up costing a fair amount of shipping because they buy from Taboo. It gets shipped locally in China. You pay for that, and then they ship that to the U.S. And the shipping is not inexpensive, never free like it will be from eBay, Etsy, or other selling platforms. But we have choices. It's always good to explore your options. And if you want a 323, better grab it now. I don't think there's any more being made. And once they're gone, and all you have is the reseller market, which who knows what prices they will bring. So let's look at the first one in this group, which I enjoy this resin. I don't think I have any other pen with this resin. It's number 4. We're going to say amber. I'll give you the other name that sometimes is applied to this resin. But it's nice. Again, there's that ribbon design with some pearlescence in there, pretty close to chatoyancy. Just very, very well done. Cap comes off in over 1.5 turns. And yes, I've replaced that nib. This is an Architect nib that I have in there. And the section, as we've seen before, same material as the rest of the pen. Nice resin, fairly rare. I'll go on to number 2, which is called Summer, number 9 in the PenBBS color range. And this is another one with a ribbon and more of a white resin and some nice pearlescent chatoyancy in it. It's just nice. I can't say enough about it. I think all the 323s I have are excellent resins, and that's a standard PenBBS nib. Moving on to the third pen in this series. There are 11 all total. We'll see another resin which is somewhat rare. Purple Cloud. And it is fairly purple. And it does have some interesting pearlescence and swirls in it. I was happy to snag this when I did. Just looks good. Again, fairly rare color. So let's go into clear glass number 16 on the PenBBS color scale. As I mentioned in some of my other videos, I try to get every model in clear glass if it comes there, because you can see all the different bits and pieces, how it's machined. It's a very simplistic design. It has that ledge in there to seal up against the section. And I haven't shown the pen in the hand, so let's show you the pen in the hand. And as this is a concave part of the barrel, fits very well into that crook of your hand. It does not post. The cap doesn't fit on there at all. The 491, I think, is the one that they made some changes to. That is a similar simplistic design, but does post. But it feels great. That section is the usual great PenBBS section that we've come to enjoy. Now we're going on to another color that I enjoy collecting, Vermouth, number 21. It's just a great green. I really haven't seen this color in any of the Vermouth that I have, but it's a good thing to call it. Now we'll go on to another resin that I have a fair number of in various models, number 54, Smog, with those white ribbons there. This one has a lot of design work in it. And the other thing we can do is look at that nice clear end of the cap, and there's a fairly decent amount of space between the end of the nib, so if you're going to replace this with a Jowo or a Bach, it should fit. There's a few millimeters difference in length between those nibs. The Bach and Jowo are slightly longer. Now we're going to come to the piece de resistance, the most impressive one of this group. Yes, it's Tuzi, number 67, named after another of Benji's cats. This is a very rare resin, and especially in a 323. And it does have some very nice chatoyancy, pearlescence. Not many of these around. And again, the section there, just a standard PenBBS nib. Moving on to Cordierite, which we've seen before, and I do also enjoy this resin. This and Symphony, I think, are very, very nice, kind of unique. I don't know of too many pens models that have a resin that has this much variety into it. Some transparency, nice section, standard nib. Then we'll move on to another resin which is not around very much, dark paint, number 114 in the PenBBS color numbering sequence. So this is a black ribbon in a clear resin. Just a nice idea, nice approach. Certainly the opposite of the Smog pen, which is a white ribbon in a clear acrylic. So one of the things that PenBBS did with this model, which they haven't done with others, is they made an aluminum version, an anodized aluminum version. And this is 108, which is called Mocha. And yes, it's a brown. And besides just making it out of aluminum, they changed the section and put the threads at the bottom of the section, which has been done on a few number of pens. And they also engraved the bottom of the barrel with your standard PenBBS, nice little logo, and the model number, which is 323. So that I'm impressed with the fact that PenBBS went to a different material and changed the design appropriately. And last but not least is 107, which is Lilac. Yes, it's a very nice anodized aluminum material, and they've made a few of them. 350 is one, 380 is another. And we'll see that same design that we saw on the Mocha one. So that's my 323s. So I have some questions for the viewers. If you were to sell these, what would be the most expensive one of the group? The most expensive one in the group would probably be Tuzi here. So in the comments, tell me what Tuzi should sell for. You know, maybe the Purple Cloud is another one. The Amber one is another one. They're fairly unique. It may be dark paint. And if you like a metal pen, these 323 metal ones are also good. So that's our overview of my 323 collection. So I hope this video finds everyone safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens. Hey, I enjoy looking at them, which is obviously from the videos that I do. I enjoy that. So with that, I want to thank all of you for watching. We've reached the end, and we will say bye. I have a pen coming that should be of interest. Stay tuned.